Pastor, a lot of people are criticizing religious leaders for meddling in politics. And, the principle of the separation of church and state is often used as a basis to keep religion off of political affairs. As a religious leader, how do you navigate these two realms without compromising the wall of separation between the state and the church?
The separation of the state and the church means that you don't meddle in the administration of the affairs of the state by those who have been politically elected by the people. When they are in position, whether they are bad or good, because they have been elected to that position, let us just bite our lips and tongue until their election where they were elected expires and then elect another leaders. So we don't meddle with them. But as a religious leader, we have to always enlighten the people about the national interest of the country. What gives me the wisdom and the guidance of meddling in politics is always the national interest. What is the national interest of the country that gives people the concern that we have for our country to become what we wanted it to become? In this case, my dream of the Philippines is to become a first world country, just like the others, with modernization of our armed forces, modernization of our infrastructure. That's why I've never been proud as a Filipino until this moment of time when President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, his term is almost ending, did what he did in just more than 5 years. The build, the modernization of the armed forces of the Philippines, the increase of the salaries of frontliners like doctors, teachers, nurses, policemen, and the armed forces of the Philippines. Look at what happened in the DA, in the Department of Agriculture, and many others that he has done in just short of more than 5 years. This is our dream for a better Philippines where we can be proud of, and the dream of our president is like ours of the masses, like make the life of Filipino more comfortable than what it is in the time past.
Pastor Quiboloy, I would just like to pick up on what you said about what you considered as meddling. Like you said that if the leader were elected, even if you don't like them, we have to respect their leadership and how they would do their job. But when do you think is it too much for a religious leader to just comment on politics? Let me bring up what happened to you and Manny Pacquiao and Senator Manny Pacquiao. And he said that you are no longer just being a pastor for what you are doing, and true enough, you were criticizing or actually questioning the sports complex project in Sarangani. So how would you apply the principle that you suggested here about, respecting leaders who are elected and whatever policies that they have, what they are doing, and between your role as a citizen, no longer just a religious leader, but as a citizen, to question politicians and how they use basically our money as citizens?
Sas, I respect them whether they are good or bad as long as they've been elected into that position. What I mean by respect is I will not disenfranchise them, and I will not cause trouble so that they would be out of office before their term is over. That is what I respect. But when I'm talking about what you have brought about this boxer who became a senator, I am talking not as a pastor. but as a Filipino citizen. And I am also a taxpayer. So as I said, the Kingdom of Jesus Christ is a non-stock, non-profit corporation. We don't pay taxes with the tithes that we receive. But we have fringe entities like, you know, McDonald's or JMC, Jose Maria College, or the Kingdom. All the materials that we brought into this country, we pay our taxes. So I have my own voice as a Filipino citizen to criticize, not to disenfranchise them, but to criticize if they are doing badly and if they are fooling the Filipino people. That is my voice. I will criticize, I will scrutinize you, and I will enlighten the Filipino people of what you are doing. If you are doing your job well, I will praise you. But if you are just fooling us because of your ambition, I will also tell you frankly to your face that you cannot fool us anymore. We are not an ignorant democracy. We are an intelligent democracy. And I will be the voice of the new Filipino that will not allow this to happen when all of us, in the times of the Spaniards, are all ignorant. And the Spaniards who invaded us kept us on that darkness of ignorance to be able to hold our neck and just do whatever they want us to do. That time is over. And now we have no Spaniards. What we have, no Spaniards, but their noses are not as pointed as those who came from Spain, who are doing the same. To keep us in ignorance because of their ambition, I will uncover them. I will unmask them and tell the Filipino people that these are not good leaders of the country. All they have is ambition, and they will do no good for our country. But when you have the likes of President Duterte and serious in their job of championing the national interest of the country, I'll be the first voice to tell you these are the kind of leaders we need. We will support them. We will love them. We will protect them.